live from the CHS studio, and guess what? It's time for part 2 of People in the Neighborhood. Good morning.
Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Say, who are the people in your neighborhood? The people that you meet each day. Oh, hi there, little fella.
Oh.
Hey, listen, you know who you could be?
Well, we're talking Pierre, South Dakota. Tom Farnsworth in the studio. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Scott. I'm well.
You are up and at 'em, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say.
Well, I don't know about bright-eyed or bushy-tailed, but I'm up.
We were talking off the air a little bit. This whole radio thing in the studio's changed from back in the day of reel to reel, hasn't it?
It sure has, you bet. And you do a fine job of it, Scott.
You know what? It's great to have the folks on our YouTube stream as well. Good morning to everybody on our YouTube stream. Just go to YouTube and go to Dakota Radio Group and click on KGFX, and you can see Tom and me in the studio here. And
I'd have dressed up if I'd have known that.
I say that every morning. Let's talk about swimming just a little bit.
Sure.
Different things. What's new? What's going on with the pool?
Well, it's closed.
I would hope so.
No, Scott, we're excited. Mayor Harding has got a 9-member pool committee working monthly. They're working pretty diligently on a plan to replace that old pool that we have down in Griffin Park. And we have a consultant, David Burbach, who builds pools for a living. He's an engineer.
Wow.
And it's pretty exciting stuff. We hope to, by December, to present a plan, which will be the location, what we call a design, which will show the features of a pool, and obviously the cost, and better yet, how we're going to pay for that thing.
Right.
So that's coming.
You know, it's you'll talk to some folks, the majority of the people that you talk to on the street, and they say this is a long time overdue, and
It is.
thank goodness this is going, and I think this is really going to be something huge for Pierre and all of central South Dakota, because everybody's going to come use this thing.
Well, it is. Even when you live along a river, pools are very important for a number of reasons. They're recreational, and you learn to swim in them, so
That's
there's
right.
an educational aspect. There's the wellness aspect, and but communities need a good outdoor pool. And again, I'm excited. The process we're going through is good. The committee is very engaged. These are exciting citizens of Pierre that want this very bad, and I think they're going about it in a very good method. And I don't know details on the plan because we're still grinding through
Right.
those designs. We're on like our 7th or 8th design, and of course things change. But I think the public's going to like it, and I'm excited for the fact that the mayor and commission are very committed, and timing's a lot of everything, Scott. The mayor and the city commission paid off a couple debts here this year, and they're restructuring that debt service over to help fund the pool. So we'll see what that's going to bring.
Right people in the right place, that's the first thing you want to do, and boy, they did that. I remember when Mayor Harding was on the show months ago, and actually named off the folks that were going to be on that committee, and those are the kind of folks you want on a committee like that.
They are. We've got great co-chairs in Mike Miller and Becky Burke, and I won't name the rest of the committee because I probably won't. I'll leave somebody out.
Right.
But
It's good to have them doing what they're doing, and everybody appreciates that, and boy, they sure are going to once this thing opens up, right?
well, that's the plan. We've got a long ways to go. We first have to get this plan to the city commission again, probably in December, and then they're going to look at it first, and then we're going to take it out to the public, show
Okay.
them a few things about it, to get their reaction. We'll come back to the commission again, and there may be an opportunity to put this on the ballot in June, because I don't know the cost of this. It's going to be substantial, but we'll give the public an opportunity, probably like the water treatment plant, to vote on it.
Sure.
And there might have to be some community funds and sponsorships to help support some of the special features that the committee wants to have.
Great that we've got that gentleman involved that does pools for a living and everything else. I know they go out and they look at the other outdoor complexes and different things that are out there across the United States to get other ideas. If people have suggestions, if they've seen different things, can they call in? Can they get involved with this?
Absolutely, they can talk to any member of the pool committee or the co-chairs. They can call my office or Mindy Cheap, our rec superintendent. Our office number is 773-2527. But we're open to ideas, and that's what it's all about—a good public process.
There you go. Info on the pool. There you go. Stay active. That's the theme for today. Just keep moving.
Yes, it is.
What else do we have to talk about today?
Hey, we've got a neat thing coming up, an open house on September 27th. We have a neat little community orchard that we're unveiling.
Oh,
It was planted on Arbor Day by the Arbor Board and a lady named Desiree Corrales and her Girl Scouts.
okay.
And that is really blooming, to say the least, and growing.
That's great.
So the Arbor Board's always held an open house, and this year they chose to do it with Desiree and her Girl Scouts on September 27th, 5:30 to 7, and it's by the Park Shop, which is 1201 East Sully Avenue. And you're going to be surprised to see these trees, the
Okay.
varieties, and what it's all about is when they mature in 3 or 4 years, this fruit is for the public, it's for the community, it's for the food pantry. They're giving it away.
Wow, go Girl Scouts. I think we should just blow their mind and just everybody show up.
That would be amazing.
And if I was a Girl Scout, that would be the opportunity to pull out that cookie list and start selling.
Oh, boy, I wonder if they're listening, that's a good
Pre-sell,
idea.
pre-sell them.
Boy.
They're not here yet, but I'm sure you'll take 10 boxes, right?
Well, and they do a fantastic job. How do you say no to these big blue eyes looking at you that are 2 feet tall off the ground and they're looking for a donation? No.
That's
But
right.
It's a great project, Scott.
That's for sure. So make sure you guys show up, and that's exciting. This is going to be neat. You never know. We could see some future jellies and jams and stuff like that in our future coming out of here.
Well, you sure could.
Yeah.
24 different fruit trees. Who would have imagined?
Wow.
I challenge you to name them all. I can't, but it's great. It's great.
All right. What else is on the docket for today?
Well, Parks and Rec, we're always having a lot of fun. The parks look great. I always want to compliment the men and women in the field. We set the policy and the budgets, but I always want to give credit to my superintendents out there. I have 4. They're great staff. They have men and women under them, but they really are the boots on the ground folks that get it done. And our parks look really nice and green, and we've been dry, but we're fortunate we can irrigate. And so I thank those staff that take care of those things. We do have a lot of trail improvements we made in town. We did the one in Steamboat Park this spring. There's another one going on behind Downs Marina.
All
We
right.
got a neat Wellmark Foundation grant, and we're improving this Lewis and Clark Trail segment, adding a little more hard surface, what's called an auto sealed on that gravel road that goes to that little peninsula.
Yep.
Adding a bathroom back in there and some benches, new lighting, and that's going to happen yet this
Yep.
fall.
That was needed.
And we have a bid opening coming up Tuesday on the first ever for our park system, and it's called a storm shelter.
Okay.
And that will be down by the Griffin Park tennis courts on the east side. This storm shelter came about through some wonderful grant opportunities, and it's pretty neat. It's 2,400 square feet. You can hold up to about 400 people. We don't have one in our parks.
Wow.
And when we get full, how many times do we get these storm events and where people go? And we have about 1,800 people live within about a half mile of this shelter location. So we hope we never have to use it, but I bet we will at times.
Sure.
But the other beauty of this thing is we can use it for community open houses. You'll be able to rent it, have a family gathering, and be inside when the weather may not be the best. Also, there'll be nice bathrooms and showers there for our city campground. We really need some better showers for the campers. So it's a multi-purpose, neat feature, and we're excited about the bid opening coming up.
There you go, folks. All the excitement, all the different things that are going on. You guys stay so busy. Anything else on the list?
No, that's pretty much it, Scott. I mean, the trail improvements have been fun.
Yeah.
I liked your earlier speaker. Parks are about wellness too, and getting out there and exercising, using them,
That's right.
walking, and just enjoying this beautiful community we have.
Well, we sure do. Folks talk about it all the time. You run into anybody across the state, and they'll talk about the trails. They talk about that, whether it be the biking trails or the hiking trails, the different things in and around Pier Ford Pier. It's wonderful to have it. It's so great to see that everybody's improving on things and making the area that much better.
Yeah, that trail improvement through Griffin was neat. It's 10 foot wide, and I'll let you in on a little secret. Next year, we're going to do the other section around the amphitheater. Improve that one and make it 10 foot wide and just smoother, and it's all about making it safe too. So.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate your time, and get out there, enjoy the weekend. You got some warm weather coming, 90s next 2 days.
Yes, isn't this weather interesting? And then cooling off next week, but our hearts go out to those folks down in Charlotte.
Oh, that's for sure.
We wish them well, but send a little of that rain up here.
You got it. Tom Farnsworth. Sir, thank you so much for coming on. Have a great weekend.
Scott, thank you very much.
People in the Neighborhood, proudly brought to you by all the hardworking folks out there at Lee Real Estate and Lila's Farm.
This is the American Ag Network. I'm Rusty Halverson with a check of our agriculture.